Morning, y'all. It's Lise here at East Cobb Homestead, and today we're going to be talking about pickling jalapenos. My son and my husband eat a lot of jalapenos in this house, so this is something they really enjoy for me to do. So we're going to get started. We've got all of our supplies needed. We've got our jalapenos from the garden. One of the first things that we do different with pickling jalapenos is the use of gloves. It doesn't matter how many times you wash your hands after you cut up jalapenos or any peppers in general, you still have some kind of residue on your hands. And don't make the mistake like I did and think that just because you washed your hands a whole bunch that it's gone and then touch your face, because it's not at all. So wear gloves when you do this. I'm thinking with the jalapenos that I have, I'm probably going to get maybe about 2 jars. So I've got my jars in the oven warming up at 225 because I am going to be putting in hot liquid into them. And I've got my liquid going. It is a half a cup of, it's a cup of distilled water and a cup of vinegar. Might be a little much, but I always like to have more than I need. I've got my hot water for my lids. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there so they can be getting soft. And here we go. Got a lot of jalapenos to cut up. And we are going to water bath these. These don't have to be in the pressure cooker. So we're going to get these going. I got a lot to cut up. Depending on how you like your jalapenos, on how thick you want them, or if you want them diced or sliced or however that is, they eat them sliced. I don't eat jalapenos. I'm a wuss. I don't do any kind of hot stuff really. I will say that my buddy Kevin used some of our jalapenos last weekend to make some jalapeno poppers, and I was talked into trying one, and they were very, very good. Still a little bit too hot and spicy for me. I freaked out a little bit after the end of them, but it was alright. So, oh God, I can already smell these. I'm going to get all these cut up, and then we're going to show you how to pack them. So let's get this going. Okay, I got all my jalapenos cut up. So I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of pickling salt in each of my jars. I might end up with more than 2 jars. When I started cutting them up, started looking like I was going to have more. So I'm going to put these in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have more than 2 jars. I don't know. These are a lot like your beans. You got to pack them down. Hot jar. Let's use that. Give me some more room. A whole lot more room. Squish these on in here. Let's see what we end up with. Nope, looks like it's going to be exactly 2 jars. Good. All my other jars are already out in the water bath canner. I can't carry that thing. It's really heavy when it's full of water, so I have to get Blake to do it. So he's already taking it outside. Come on now. Pack them down. See all those seeds flying everywhere. Yeah, perfect. Exactly 2 jars. Woohoo! I'm gonna rinse my hands off right quick. Got like seeds on them. I'm not taking these gloves off until I get everything done. Alright, so then I got my liquid. Like I said, it's a half a cup of vinegar. Not a half a cup. A whole cup of vinegar. And a whole cup of distilled water. Whatever you do, if you're doing more than 2 pints, it's going to be half and half. Whatever that is. And I'm going to leave an inch of headspace. I might not have enough. I might have to mix up a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to have to mix up a little bit more. I'm just going to pour that in there. Yeah, I'm going to have to mix up a little bit more. Give me 1 second while I go get my stuff. So, I don't need a whole lot more. So, I'm just going to do a half cup each. That should be plenty. Get that on the eye and get it warmed up. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and debubble a jar that's already full. This is that second jar, so it's not as chock full and tight as I would rather it be. But you still need to debubble it. There's still some bubbles coming up. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. There are definitely still bubbles coming up. You know what I almost forgot to do? My cardinal rule. White. Oh, that would have been messy. Don't forget to wipe. Ew, only one of me. There we go. Alright. Just a little hand tight. Alright, the liquid's already ready. So I'm going to give it a pour. You don't have to bring it to a boil or anything. You just got to heat it up. That is just about perfect. I wish we had smell-o-vision, because if you could smell it in my kitchen right now, oh, the vinegar and the jalapenos about making my eyes water. This one's my fully packed jar, so it's a little bit tighter. Bubbles coming up. Okay. Gonna push back down in there, leaving that inch of head space. Give me a clean, dry side of my towel. Wiping. Okay. And then that side. Okay. Commandeered my cake pan back, by the way. So all this stuff I'm going to put in the sink. It's all got vinegar on it, so it's all got to be washed. And we are ready to move outside. Oh, God, those things are hot. Before we headed outside, I wanted to show you how pretty and green they are. And using the distilled water helps keep them, keeps the water pretty clear. But aren't those pretty? I just love the green color. Okay, so we've got our jars in the water bath. All my dummy jars are in there as well. We are going to can these once it gets to a rolling boil for about 5 minutes. You don't want to can them too long because then they'll get a little mushy. So we're going to wait for this to come up to a rolling boil. Then I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then we're going to let it can for 5 minutes. Okay folks, we are at a rolling boil. That's what a good rolling boil looks like, and we're going to let this go for about 5 minutes. Okay, we're about to pull these out of the water. There's our first pretty jar. Look how clear and pretty that looks. And then here's our second pretty jar. Oh, you can hear that stuff sizzling. Okay, y'all, here is our finished product. Nice and clear. They're dark green now. We're going to let these sit out overnight for cool touch. Maybe might put them up this evening because it is early in the day. We'll hear those seals pop here hopefully in the next couple hours. So I hope you learned a little something about canning jalapenos. Like I said, my son and my husband eat a lot of them. I don't eat a whole lot of them. My daughter doesn't really like spicy foods, but got to put them up for them. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you liked it, if you learned something, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and give it a share. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and a happy Monday tomorrow.